US30 technical analysis starting on the weekly time frame. We have our weekly upper zone and then our weekly lower zone as well. I'm seeing buy pressure protecting the downside over here, and then sell pressure also protecting the upside as well. So from this level, price is coming all the way to the next level of what? Sensitivity. Why? Because this is the structure formation here on this weekly time frame. And then in addition, I'm also seeing this nice evening star candle confirmation telling us that price is what? Coming all the way down, because an evening star candle confirmation is what? A reversal candle, and then once you have seen it on a resistance level, it tells us what? The same story. All right, so let's take you to the other time frames where we are going to be picking sell all the way to the downside, because you know where price is going to go as we have predicted on this weekly time frame. All right, so let's take you to the day time frame for a closer look. All right, so this is the day time frame on US30. Let's put meaning into this time frame as well. All right, so on this daily time frame, we are seeing that price has made a push to the downside. This push is very significant. Why? Because there was a lot of buy sensitivity over here, which price managed to break below. And then if you look closely, let me zoom in correctly for you guys to see. If you look closely around this level, you can see that price was what? In a range over here. Price was trading sideways, or what price was in consolidation around this level before this move to the downside happened. So this move is very significant because price has just broken a structure formation here on the day time frame, and then it makes sense that we are coming down once again as we predicted on the weekly time frame. But this move that we are seeing now, let me get closer. This move that we are seeing now currently on the daily time frame, this push to the downside is a daily push. Why? Because we are on the daily time frame. Okay, so this is a daily push. This daily push has to complete here. When the daily push complete, price good for what? Daily exhaustion, and then we go in the direction that we predicted on the weekly time frame. Okay, yeah, so we are not going to sell and then have our target over here, because the weekly also has its own what formation. Sorry, the daily also has its own what formation that is playing. So once we pick a sell here, it doesn't mean that we are coming all the way straight here. We have to obey the principles of market structure, which is every time frame has its own push and exhaustion cycle. So once we are able to pick a sell here to the downside, we take our profit here, because once price gets to this level, it is going to go for daily exhaustion, and the daily continuation move will set in, daily exhaustion again before daily continuation move will set in, and the price will come all the way to this level of what? Sensitivity. All right, yes. So you must always understand that every time has its own push and exhaustion cycle, and that push and exhaustion cycles on every time frame must be respected. All right, so you're going to go on to the forward time frame, and then we are going to be picking a sell here all the way to the downside over here. Once we get here, we take our profit and then capitalize on the exhaustion that was set in here on the day time frame before continuation move was set in. All right, so on this day time frame, you are going to see price moving in this manner of what? Formation before it gets to this level of what? Sensitivity. All right, so let's take it quickly to the forward time frame where we are going to be picking our entry, and then where we are also going to finalize everything on this particular pair, or on this particular what do you call it, pair. Yeah, guys, so let's move on very quick. I don't want to waste my time over here. All right, so we have our 4H upper zone, 4H mid-range zone, and then our 4H lower zone as well. And then obviously you can see price has made a push breaking below this 4H what mid-range zone. What happens after a push? Exhaustion before price makes a continuation move to the downside. Okay, so you are going to wait patiently for price to come back for exhaustion. Once price complete exhaustion over here, we pick a sell all the way to the downside. All right, so there's only one thing that can make this setup invalid. That is, if price does not come for exhaustion but continues to drop to the downside, this setup will become invalid because risk to reward ratio will no longer be optimum. Alright, so this is my full view on US30. If you do love video, kindly hit on the bell icon, subscribe to the channel as well, and then don't forget to leave a comment in the description below. Thank you guys, stay classy, trade classy, peace.